What's up, guys? So, it's been a few days since the Odell Beckham trade, and we all know how much I dislike that one. Um, it's been a wild few days. So I think this video is just gonna be about all the moves, all past moves, present moves that were just made yesterday, and future moves, and what's going on. Um, the Giants signed Golden Tate. They signed Antoine Bethea, and they signed Marcus Golden. Uh, Golden is a linebacker who tore his ACL. He's on a 1-year prove-it deal with the Giants because they don't really have anybody. He had 12 sacks when he was with James Betcher in Arizona, so that's the thinking. That's why he's coming back. That's why he's coming to play for the Giants. Figure, let's see if I can regain past what I was in the past with my old defensive coordinator. Uh, the Giants signed Golden Tate to a 4-year, $37.5 million deal with $23 million guaranteed. He's 31. He had 795 yards last year, and he's essentially the same player as Sterling Shepard. And I don't know if that bodes well for Sterling Shepard because Sterling Shepard's a free agent after this upcoming season. So I can honestly imagine him being on the trade block because Dave Gettleman does not have a good history of bringing people back who he didn't draft or sign. Shepard's been here before Gettleman was hired, and that obviously doesn't bode well, considering he let basically everyone walk except Eli. He let Landon walk. He let Odell Beckham. He traded Odell Beckham like the idiot that he is. He traded Eli Apple. Don't blame him there. Cut Eric Flowers. Don't blame him there. Traded Snacks for a 5th rounder. Snacks Harrison. Um, you know, it just it's been crazy. What a horrible team. What a horrific team. And they signed Antoine Bethea to a 2-year deal. He's 34, but he's a veteran that'll help out all the young safeties that come along the way, such as Jabril Peppers. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. He's still a good player too. So that's nice. That's always nice to see. Um, you know, they traded Olivier Vernon too. I almost forgot about Olivier. Um, so it's just weird. The direction they don't have one. Has anyone just thought the plan doesn't exist? We all talk about the plan. Has anyone just thought maybe the plan it just doesn't exist? Maybe the plan is just throwing stuff at the fan. All right, maybe it's just that. You trade Odell Beckham. You let Landon Collins walk. You trade Olivier Vernon. You trade Snacks Harrison. You trade Eli Apple. You do all this stuff. But at the same time, you acquire. I mean, those moves signify a teardown. But at the same time, we traded for Kevin Zeitler, who's a 29-year-old guard, who's one of the best guards in football. I like Zeitler. You signed Golden Tate, who's 31. I guess Eli needs someone to throw to, but he's the same player, essentially, as Sterling Shepard. So, what's going on? What's going on there? Is Sterling Shepard gonna be traded? And I wouldn't rule that out. I wouldn't rule out any player on that roster being traded, with the exception of Eli and Saquon Barkley. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what direction we're going in. Because maybe there just isn't one. I mean, it's killing us. It's like Dave Gettleman. I don't like him. I don't like Dave Gettleman. Something is just it rubs me the wrong way. I think he's just he talks a big game in the media. He says one thing, and we didn't sign Odell to trade him. Didn't sign Odell to trade him. La da 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 da. I mean, GMs lie all the time, but he takes lying to another level, to the point where you can't even trust anything he says. Like it could be the simplest thing. I just I don't like him. There's a reason he was fired. They fired him before training camp. They fired him like days before training camp. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen at all in this league. If you're getting fired before training camp, there's a reason. Veteran players don't like him. Players from his Carolina days despise him. Steve Smith despises Dave Gettleman. Josh Norman despises Dave Gettleman. Because he's just kind of a jerk in a lot of ways. He's kind of just an arrogant jerk in a lot of ways. And I don't understand where we're going. And Eli's coming back next year, apparently. And I don't want to see my favorite football player of all time going out getting his butt kicked, because that's what the Giants are going to have. That's going to be the Giants season. They're going to get their asses kicked. They're not going to be a good team next year. At best, they're going to win like 5 games. At best, they're not going to win. They're not going to win a lot of games. Are you kidding me? Eli's done. Eli's done, and nobody wants to acknowledge that. And there's nobody to throw to. The offensive line needs a right tackle. I expect them to either sign one or draft one. And, the defense is just in shambles. They got their safety situation figured out with Bethea and Jabril Peppers, but everywhere else is just a mess. Alec Ogletree was a horrific trade. He's one of the worst cover linebackers in football. What a terrible trade by Dave Gettleman. And if you look at all of his moves, besides the draft you can question, because he took a running back over a quarterback when we needed a quarterback. Sam Darnold was on the board, and we passed on him. And I love Barkley, and I love watching Barkley. He's an amazing player, but at the same time, he's still a running back. When you need a quarterback, you have to, you kind of, I just, he said, they all say, well, when you're drafting a quarterback, you have to fall in love with the quarterback. Gettleman didn't fall in love with a quarterback last year. He fell in love with Barkley. He took Barkley. It doesn't seem like they've fallen in love with any quarterback this year. There's probably going to be another excuse next year. Oh, I'm not in love. I'm not in love with a quarterback. Not in love with a quarterback. If I just don't. It makes no sense. The Giants had the number 2 pick last year. Obviously, I was comfortable taking 3 quarterbacks with that pick. There were 3 that I specifically liked. I like Baker Mayfield, who went number 1. I like Josh Rosen, and I like Sam Darnold. Those were the 3 in no particular order. I like all 3. I think all 3 are going to be really good quarterbacks in this league. And if Josh Rosen becomes available via trade, I think the Giants should pounce on it, especially with all the picks that they have. I think Rosen could be that franchise guy. And from all indications, Gettleman seemed to have really liked Rosen. He just fell in love with Barkley. And if you can get Josh Rosen, that would really help. That'd really be a great move, and depending on the price. Because I think he's a much better quarterback than what happened in Arizona last year. Arizona's a dysfunctional, toxic organization, kind of like the Giants. And having a quarterback in Barkley would be great. They have to draft pretty much a quarterback and all defense going. They need a pass rush. They need linebackers. They need cornerbacks. They need everything besides safety at this point and running back. Uh, and it's just one of those things, I don't understand the direction. It doesn't seem like there is one. It seems like one move contradicts the next. It seems like they want to win, but they also want to rebuild. But usually, when you rebuild, it involves a lot of losing, and when you trade Odell Beckham, it kind of kills your ability to win, and to say the least. When you have a 38-year-old quarterback that just doesn't have it anymore, that even kills it even more. And when you have no defense, that kills it even more. And you see what I'm getting at. The Giants are not going to be a good team next year. They're going to be really bad. And just like they've been the last 6 out of the last 7 years. And Odell Beckham stole games for them. Odell Beckham is the type of player that takes you from the brink of defeat to victory. He is the kind of guy that steals games for you, just like he did in 2016. He had 2 games specifically, one against the Ravens, one against the Cowboys, where he took a slant all the way to the end zone to win the game. And that is someone we're not going to have anymore. And that is why you don't trade him for a mid-first, the last pick of the 3rd round, and Jabril Peppers, I think 19th or 16th ranked safety in football. And that's nothing against Peppers. I like Peppers. It's just I would prefer to have kept our generational wide receiver who's on pace to break about every record there is. But hey, that's just me. So there's really not too much else to talk about. The Giants were at Kyler Murray's pro day yesterday. Seems that they like him. I like Kyler Murray. I like Dwayne Haskins. I like Drew Lock. I don't like Daniel Jones. I like it's pretty much between Murray and Haskins if we were gonna draft one instead of trade for Rosen. I would really like I would like to draft either Murray or Haskins if we're not gonna trade for Rosen. That's just because Locke is more of a project, and Daniel Jones, I don't see it in him. I don't understand how people have first round grades on him. I just don't see it. And what makes it scary is that he's got a connection to Eli Manning, and I don't know what's gonna happen there. I think there might be a chance that he gets taken by the Giants at pick 17. So you're essentially trading. So if that were the case, you would be trading Odell Beckham for a quarterback in Daniel Jones, who just isn't that guy, in my opinion. Jabril Peppers in the last pick of the 3rd round. They didn't even get the earliest of 3rd round picks that the Browns had. They got the latest. They got the last pick in the 3rd round. They got heisted. That is a heist. I mean, jeez. I mean, what the? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I mean, there's really not much the Giants could do. I mean, I guess I could talk about the free agent signings elsewhere, such as Anthony Barr agreeing to sign with the Jets and then turning his back and saying, "Nah, I'm gonna go to the Vikings and I'm gonna go back to the Vikings." That was a crazy situation. I'm in a group chat with my friends Eddie and Luke, and my friend Eddie is a big Jets fan, and he did not take kindly to that. The Jets did sign Le'Veon Bell, so I mean at least you have that, and they signed a linebacker too, for an $85 million deal, and that was really good. I forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. I'm not good with names. But they signed Le'Veon. They signed a really solid linebacker to a 5-year, $85 million deal. And, but they let their kicker go, who was a Pro Bowl kicker. Um, he went. They let him go. That was strange, but either way, they signed a wide receiver too. They signed Sir. They signed a man. They signed a person whose name I also forgot. But yeah, the Jets were making moves. Oh, like it's hard to keep. It was hard to keep up. They were making some serious moves. And I, they got Sam Darnold a receiver. They got Sam Darnold, running back, who's very similar to Saquon, and like with the ability to run and play receiver basically. The dude's a running back wide receiver hybrid, Le'Veon Bell is, and it's crazy. And the Jets are gonna be a solid team. I can see them winning 9 or 10 games, and sneaking in a wild card berth. And even the Bills were making moves too. They almost got Antonio Brown. They signed Cole Beasley. They were making a few moves, and it's kind of not a coincidence that the teams that drafted quarterbacks, with the exception of the Cardinals, are making big time moves. Look at the Ravens. They just signed Earl Thomas, for example, to, I think it was like a 4-year deal, 3-4 year deal. They're just, everyone else is making moves. That drafted quarterbacks last year: the Jets, the Browns, obviously, the Ravens, and the Bills. And the Cardinals have the first pick in the draft, and I would not be surprised if they traded Josh Rosen and picked Kyler Murray. It seems like that's where all the momentum is heading. And honestly, when you have the first pick in the draft, I don't think there's any reason to throw out smoke screens. There's no reason to smoke screen your pick, because like you have the first pick. Is anyone gonna stop you? No. The Browns could have literally just said, "Hey, we're taking Baker Mayfield," and that would have been that. There's nothing anyone could do about it. I mean, you have the first pick. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if the Giants are gonna take Dwayne Haskins. I don't know. I I I just don't know. It's so weird. But it is what it is. You kind of have to ride or die with your team. I'm not gonna become a Browns fan. I'm not the kind of guy. It pisses me off what happened, what's been transpiring. Uh, but I just I don't know. I mean, Golden Tate. I just, he's 31. It seems like he's on the decline. I don't know. He's the same player as Sterling Shepard. But, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. I don't know. I guess that's it. Nothing's really happening now. I mean, I think the storm has ended. Like, when it comes to free agency and trades, it's kind of like a storm. It's like the storm comes and hits hard, and then it goes. And that's exactly what happened. All the big free agents kind of signed, snap, snap, snap. All the trades happened, snap, snap. The Raiders were making moves. I almost forgot to mention the Raiders. They were making some big-time moves, such as getting Antonio Brown. Getting some big pieces for Derek Carr and John Gruden and Mike Mayock down over there in Oakland. Well, Oakland temporarily until they go to Vegas. So yeah, and AB got an extension too. But yeah, I guess that's about it. If anyone has any questions, anyone wants me to do another video on a certain topic, just let me know. Hit the like button. Like I said, we're getting the podcast back together. We're doing a Yankee preview in a few weeks. A Yankee season preview with me, Damon, and my two friends, Eddie and Luke. So keep an eye out for that. I'll see you guys later. So you guys take care.